In this project, you've been hired by the illustrious movie studio Dreambird Pictures, and you're going to analyze a popular series of movies to decide if we should make another movie in the series. We're going to be thinking about the success of movies, and there's two ways that we might measure how successful a movie is. First, we might look at how much money it made. We call this the box office returns. A box office is where you would buy the ticket to see a movie. Or we could also look at if people thought it was a good movie, the critical acclaim or the critical reviews. Did critics give it thumbs up or thumbs down? And we're going to use two websites to help us research these measurements. Box Office Mojo, this tracks how much money movies have made, and Rotten Tomatoes, which will tell us what critics thought about a movie. To demonstrate, I'm going to use two different series, Pirates of the Caribbean and the Fast and Furious movies. Now you'll be able to pick whatever set of movies you'd like, and you only need to pick one set. First, I'm going to go to Box Office Mojo and look up my Pirates of the Caribbean movies. But we have to keep something in mind, and that's that new movies look like they made more money than old movies, even though the same number of people might have seen them. And that's because ticket prices have gone way up over time. Back in 1948, you could get a movie ticket for about 50 cents, and the average movie ticket now is closer to $9. So naturally, a new movie looks like it made more money than an old movie, but that might just be because the tickets cost more now. We call this inflation. And it just means that prices for things go up over time, or luckily, Box Office Mojo handles this for us. They're going to have a section or a column labeled Adjusted for Inflation. So here are all the Pixar movies, and you can see that this section is labeled Adjusted for Ticket Price Inflation. This means that they've gone and recalculated how much money these movies made as if all the tickets cost the same price. So it makes it much more accurate to compare movies from different years. Alright, time to look at our first worksheet. I'm going to use this as an organizer to keep track of all my information. And we're going to start with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I get all of the names written down, there's 5 of these right now. And then I want to go find the box office information. How much money did these movies make? And over at boxofficemojo.com, I look for the section labeled Adjusted for Ticket Price Inflation, and I'm going to use this column, Adjusted Gross. In this case, gross means the total money that came in. It doesn't mean that it's yucky, and of course adjusted means it's adjusted for inflation. The first Pirates movie made $452,294,700 adjusted for inflation. Now, that's a lot of information, and I can probably just round this off. I'm going to round to the nearest million, $452 million, and then I get the rest of the information written down as well. And now it's time to go to RottenTomatoes.com. We're going to look for the critical reviews. I can find the Pirates of the Caribbean series on here. Here's Curse of the Black Pearl, and I see that it had a 79% rating. 79% of critics liked this movie, and I want to make sure to grab that first number, which is the critics. The number next to the popcorn is the audience, and I'm not interested in that number right now. But I do also want to know what year each of the movies came out. Curse of the Black Pearl was from 2003. I'm going to write that information down also. And I do the same for the rest of the movies in the Pirates series. Okay, I'll also demonstrate this with my second series, the Fast and Furious movies. Now there are 8 of these right now, and I can find how much money they made adjusted for inflation. I'm going to start a second worksheet. Again, you'll only do one of these. I'll write down how much money each movie made. I'm rounding to the nearest million. Then I need to find the critical ratings over at Rotten Tomatoes. I find that information, and I also grab the year for each movie, and I fill out the rest of this worksheet. Alright, we're done with step 1, and now it's your turn. First, you're going to pick the movies that you'd like to investigate. They should be related, and there should be 5 to 10 of them. Now, you could find movies from the same series, like I did, or you might pick movies from the same studio, like movies from Paramount, or Disney, or Fox, or Pixar. Or you might track movies that were made by the same director, or starring the same actor. Once you've chosen your related movies, you're going to find their box office returns at boxofficemojo.com, make sure to look for Adjusted for Inflation, and round to the nearest million. You'll look up their critical ratings at Rotten Tomatoes, and make sure you write down what year each movie came out. Once you've done all that, come on back for the next video.